Hey y'all, it's very windy out here today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. So I just thought I'd come on here and share some exciting news. Let me get away from this tree. They need to cut that. Branches are too low. Let me see if I can show you. Yeah, look how low that is. Anyway. Okay, so the exciting news that I have today is that I broke my plateau, or what I thought was a plateau. Okay. So people, sometimes we can be quick to say, oh, I'm in a plateau, I'm not losing any weight, as I was a few weeks ago, just because our weight seems to hover around the same number on the scale. But we have to be honest with ourselves. Is it really a plateau? You have to take inventory first and foremost and really think about, you kind of have to make yourself a checklist, so to speak. All right, am I doing this? Am I doing that? Is that right? Am I measuring this right? Whatever your parameters are to make sure you stay on track with your health goals or reaching your health goals and the actions leading up to that, you have to reevaluate that. So for me, I had to realize, okay, is it really a plateau, or is it that I've fallen off of what I was supposed to be doing or what I know works for me? And that part right there is what happened. I fell off of what was working for me. Here's the eating pattern that works for me. Eating a light breakfast in the morning, heaviest meal of the day in the afternoon around lunchtime, and light and even lighter or as light as breakfast in the evening for dinner time. What happened was that I started having heavier meals in the evening as well as lunch, or a heavy breakfast and a heavy dinner. And that's not usually how I eat. I got thrown off. I do blame the hubs. Just kidding. He didn't make me do anything, but he does have a very different pattern of eating from me. He just eats and eats and eats all day, every day, and I have to be careful not to fall into that. Sometimes when we're enjoying each other's company and eating together, we don't always eat the same thing together, but sometimes I'll have what I'm going to eat and he'll have what he's going to eat, and we'll just fellowship together. But lately, I've been having a little more of what he has to eat. Even though I can't eat much of it, it's still not the healthiest thing for me. And so I had to really think about that. Now, before I got on Zepbound and Ozempic, I've always been pretty light on the breakfast. When I say light on the breakfast, I mean, I don't really have much of an appetite in the morning, and that's okay. There's nothing in the rule books that says you have to have this big, robust breakfast in the morning. They do say that breakfast is your most important meal of the day, and I agree. Breakfast is, you're literally breaking your fast from the night before. So it behooves you to get a good amount of protein and some fiber in there so that you can set yourself up for the day to be satiated and well nourished. But you also want to have a good amount of carbs, other carbs in the form of starch as well, because that's your body's primary source of energy. Not a lot, but just enough. So anyway, before, like for breakfast, before I started these medications, I would have a bar of some sort, but it would be like a sugary granola bar, low in fiber, low in protein. Versus now, I have a high protein bar, at least 20 grams of protein, and it also has some fiber in there. Or maybe I'll have a yogurt and add some chia seeds or some other sorts of fiber with that. See the difference? Or maybe just for breakfast before, it would just be coffee. And by the time lunch came around, I was so ravishing hungry, and then I was still hungry later in the evening. So there's a big difference. You have to find out what works for you and your lifestyle, what's sustainable for you. Guys, this entire weight loss journey, I have not followed any strict eating plans. I have not tracked all of my meals. I've tracked from time to time. Like, I try to track my meals at least 1 week out of the month now. And I did do meal tracking consecutively for a few months in the beginning just to make sure that my meals were balanced. But I didn't follow any strict meal plans, any strict diets. I didn't starve myself. I didn't do any extreme workouts. I did things the way that works for my lifestyle, because this is a long-term change for me. This is a lifestyle that I'm building. It's not, oh, I'm gonna do these things and then as soon as I lose the weight, I'm gonna go back to my old habits. No, that's not my MO. That's not what I'm working towards. And I recommend that you guys work towards lifestyle changes as well, not just something short term, because see, that's how the weight comes back, or how the health problems come back that we reverse or get under control. I was so happy yesterday when I went to the doctor because my blood pressure was like 116 over 82. Now, normal blood pressure, for those of you that don't know, is 120 over 80. And yesterday mine was 116 over 82. The diastolic blood pressure number, the smaller number, the 82, that number has always been a little high for me when I was overweight. Like, it's gone up into the high 90s before. That's how high it was. But I was so proud to see how significantly it went down. I went in there to the doctor's office. I sat down and took the blood pressure right away. Sometimes some doctors will, or some nurses or whoever's going to take your vitals before the doctor sees you, they'll give you like a rest period, like maybe 5 minutes or something like that, for you to calm down so your blood pressure can kind of regulate, because you've been walking around a little bit. But not even. Sat right down, took the blood pressure right away, and it was good. So I was very happy. That lets me know that what I'm doing, walking, being active, and stuff like that, that's working for me. And I was even happier when I got on the scale with my clothes, and it was similar to what I would have on the scale at home without clothes. I was very happy about that. For example, at home, my scale was saying 190 point something. The doctor's office, the scale said 192.2 yesterday. That's very close to me, because in the healthcare world, we subtract 2 to 3 pounds if a person is clothed. I have my shoes off, but that's just the standard. And so that means that I'm on par where I should be. So the scales matched in my mind. Now, this morning, thankfully, I woke up, got on the scale, and guess what? Your girl is at 189 point, I think I was 189.8 or 189.6. I weighed myself several times just to make sure. Yeah, I'm in a solid 189 point something or other. It's still right there at the cusp of 190, but hey, I finally made it less than 190. I was hovering around that 195, 196, 197, somewhere around there, and I just couldn't seem to shake it. And that's where I was like, I'm in a plateau. But no, I just fell off track, and I had to take inventory of those things. So I hear that a lot in my private practice. Oh, I'm plateaued, I can't lose any weight. I just think that you have to be honest with yourself. Sit there and really think about, okay, what was working for me, and did I fall off of that, or did something change, even slightly, even the slightest, to make that stop working for me? You have to think about that. Something else that I would like to share is, recently I saw someone in one of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of post that they started out, they were like the same height as me, I'm 5'2", and they started out at about 250, same as I, but in 6 months' time, they had gotten down to the low 180s, and I mean very low 180s. Now, I've been at this for maybe, as far as like my GLP-1 and lifestyle change journey, I don't want to say weight loss journey. And that's okay if you, sometimes I'll say that, but I'm just saying for me, it's a lifestyle journey overall, really. And so, let's see, I started last January. So it's been a year and 3 months, okay? And I haven't reached the low 180s. I just got out of the 190s as of this morning. And I don't plan to go back into the 190s, you know what I mean? But if it does creep back up, that's okay. It'll go back down permanently. I'm confident in that. So anyway, my point is that she did it. She got in the low 180s in 6 months with weight loss medications. I am not there. It's been a year and 3 months. But my point is this. I'm just as human as the next person. Initially, I started comparing myself in my journey, but I said, you know what? I don't know what this person's lifestyle is like. I don't know if they're actually healthy. I don't know what they have going on in their health. I don't know if they had to lose a lot of weight really quickly because of some health issues under medical guidance, I hope. Or maybe they aren't eating healthy at all to lose the weight, But we're not on the same path. I had to tell myself, remind myself that we're not on the same path. So I want to encourage you to do the same thing. Don't compare yourself to other people because it will most likely happen because we're humans, right? I'm just as human as the next person. It happened to me. If you do, remind yourself that you are not on the same journey. You don't know that person's lifestyle, that person's health history, that person's journey, that person's story. You don't know what they are and aren't doing. You can't compare yourself. Your journey is your journey. And quite frankly, I don't want to lose a lot of weight that quickly because I would like to maintain some of my skin elasticity. And I don't want to lose any muscle mass or try to minimize the loss of muscle mass. So just keep that in mind.